2026 is shaping up to have a ridiculously stacked second half, so here's a breakdown of 25 upcoming PlayStation 5 games that you need to keep an eye out for this year. It almost goes without saying at this point, release dates are subject to change, but here's hoping for no delays. So anyway, hey everyone, my name is Aidan, this is Push Square, the channel where I talk all things PlayStation, and let's get into it. We're starting off with Avatar Legends, which is the popular series take on the fighting genre, where players will get to face off against each other as legendary characters from the animated show and graphic novels. It's got a campaign, offline and online play, training modes and the lot, so if this is a series you're into, it could be a decent time. Next up we have a big old remake, but a very tantalising one for the PlayStation gamers out there. Halo Campaign Evolved is the Unreal Engine 5 remake of the 2001 classic and marks the first time that the series has made its way to PlayStation. There is no multiplayer, which to be honest is just a bit rubbish, but you have the full groundbreaking campaign with its visuals dialed up to 11. Let's go back to fighting games for a second to talk about Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. This is a colourful anime-inspired fighting game from Arc System Works, the team behind Guilty Gear Strive. This looks super flashy, it's shaping up to be a big contender in the competitive space, so keep an eye out for it. If you're looking for an immersive and authentic online shooter experience, then Hell Let Loose Vietnam is at the very least aiming to be that. Despite sharing the name of the World War II based Hell Let Loose game, this is actually made up from a different developer or a different team, so we're in untested waters, but the game has been delayed, so hopefully that means it will come out well, one can hope. Konami has finally managed to work towards the release of Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, which contains ports of Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Remember, these are HD ports, not remakes, but it does finally allow you to access some of these Kojima classics on Sony's current hardware. Another one of these Plague Tale games is coming out this year, this time Resonant, A Plague Tale Legacy. It's set 15 years before Requiem, which was the last one. It features an original story and a brand new take on the universe, whatever that may mean. You will be shifting between two different timelines in this one. I did not know that that was a thing in this series, so yeah, maybe I should check them out. Command an Elite Squad in Star Wars Zero Company, a single-player turn-based tactics game set in the twilight of the Clone Wars. This is from a studio called Bit Reactor, which is made up of former devs from Firaxis Games, you know, the guys that done XCOM and Marvel Midnight Suns. Sounds like Zero Company will be quite a gritty and dense tactical experience. A big old vampiric RPG set in 14th century Europe and developed by some former Witcher devs, the Blood of Dawnwalker looks like a big old dose of RPG goodness. I'm personally very excited for this one and love the sound of its time mechanic, where it's not just a rolling clock. Time advances when you complete quests, and with some things having deadlines, you kind of need to pick and choose what to do. It's sort of like Persona from what I understand as well. That's a cool mechanic anyway, and with that mixed in with a Witcher-like RPG experience, yeah, I think this one has some real potential. Onimusha Way of the Sword marks the triumphant return of this iconic series, with the last new mainline entry dropping 20 years ago. It's going to be interesting to see if the series can modernise itself while still retaining what people love about it so much, and from what we've heard from people that have played the demo, it has seemingly done that successfully. It's not quite Souls-like, but something a bit more deliberate and methodical and very Onimusha. The big PlayStation 5 exclusive for the year, Insomniac Games' Marvel's Wolverine, is finally arriving after being announced ages ago. This is a third-person hack-and-slash action-adventure, seemingly more linear than the Spider-Man games, but it's very bloody from what we've seen. I'm not too sure what the story is going to be, but it looks like a globe-trotting adventure. Frank Herbert's seminal science fiction Dune is having a bit of a moment these years thanks to Denis Villeneuve's films, and part of that is a fantastic open world survival MMO called Dune Awakening, which launched on PC last year. Well, it's finally coming to PS5 with a new solo mode and a bunch of quality of life updates. So you're going to take to the desert plains of Arrakis in hope of securing water, building a base, and establishing your hold over the spice trade. The latest in the Remedy connected universe, Control Resonance, is Remedy's biggest game to date. Switching out protagonist Jessie Faden for her brother Dylan, Resonance is a much different experience from 2019's Control as it makes the shift to melee combat. From our previews with this one though, it's still holding on to that Remedy quirkiness, and after the masterpiece that is Alan Wake 2, I'm really looking forward to see how this one shapes up. Another entry in the Silent Hill franchise, this time Townfall, is taking to the foggy coastal town of St. Amelia's, a fictional place in 1990s Scotland. Protagonist Simon is going to be dealing with all sorts of spooky horrors that he needs to sneak past with the help of his mini CRT monitor thing, and he'll have a bunch of puzzles to solve as well, of course. I'm loving the look of the first person stuff here and very keen to check this one out. Minecraft Dungeons 2 is the long-awaited action RPG from Mojang Studios. It's a fun and colourful open world experience that brings the quirkiness of the Minecraft universe to life with weapons, pickaxes, and plenty of mysterious locations. You can play this one yourself or with your friends. I actually played this one in an arcade before, or at least the last one, and it was quite fun. End of Abyss is a horror game from former Tarsier Studio devs, so it's got a bit of the vibe of the Little Nightmares games, you know, oppressively dark and eerie. But this one is a sci-fi game where you're exploring an underground tunnel system, I suppose, by the looks of things, and darkness is a big part of the game, where your flashlight will often reveal tiny glimpses of the horrors surrounding you. I'm really hyped for this one. Ubisoft is on a bit of a remake streak after releasing Black Flag Resynced, because it's also dropping Rayman Legends Retold. This is a remake of the 2013 platformer with a full visual overhaul, a retelling of the story with new character interactions, a new realm, fully voiced cinematics, and a bunch of other stuff. This game will also include an enhanced version of Rayman Origins, which is pretty cool. Take to the skies in a Top Gun Maverick-inspired adventure with Ace Combat 8 Wings of Theve. This is a proper cinematic campaign experience with some stunning-looking cutscenes, refined and approachable aerial combat, and even a multiplayer mode to dig into. It just feels like some good old-fashioned fun, you know? Star Wars Galactic Racer is a high-octane racer from Fuse Games, a collective of former Criterion devs, so that's the people that worked on the likes of Need for Speed and Burnout. This one obviously has all the iconography of a great Star Wars game. It genuinely looked really nice, and supposedly the campaign and its roguelike structure are a bit more dense than anyone really expected. I think it looks really good. Silver Pines is a horror Metroidvania inspired by Silent Hill, where a private investigator ends up in a weird, semi-abandoned town looking for a man called Eddie Velvet. But this place is filled with weird creatures and bullets are scarce. I played some of the demo for this one a month or so ago. It has a spectacular vibe about it, I can't wait. From the people that brought you the Ghost Runner series, Valor Mortis is sticking with that fast-paced, melee-based combat, but it's giving it a bit of a Soulsy spin in this Napoleonic world. You'll battle horrifying monsters whilst wielding supernatural powers, and it looks like a nice step up from the Ghost Runner games, at least in my opinion. A top-down ARPG from the people that brought you Ori and the Blind Forest, this gorgeous yet grim world is filled with secrets, loot, and plenty of big bosses. It's a hard-as-nails adventure, but the combat, boosted by silky animations, is just so fun with a nice blend of Souls inspirations. And you can play it all with friends as well, so that's a nice addition. Evolving from its pixel art roots, Final Fantasy Resonance is a retro-styled HD 2D RPG that seems to be going for that classic Final Fantasy experience, you know, complete with airships, crystals, and muggles. It features turn-based combat too, and of course a deep party customization system. Honestly, most of the time I wouldn't include something like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 in a list like this, but I'm abnormally excited to play the new DMZ mode that they've got in there with Modern Warfare 4. It's going to continue on the story if you've been following that. MW4 is set in both the US and South Korea for its explosive campaign. It'll obviously have its multiplayer side of things to grind out as well, but yeah, a sort of immersive extraction mode called DMZ is also included in this, and I think it looks really like up my street. It feels like we've been waiting a lifetime for Phantom Blade Zero, but it's finally upon us. This is an action RPG where you have 30 days to exact your revenge in a world inspired by wuxia. So that means you're going to be engaging in all sorts of complicated and lightweight combat that looks incredibly cool. I'm very keen to see how the combat actually feels when you're playing it, but from the gameplay released so far, yeah, this one looks insane. Talking about stuff we've waited a lifetime for, what is there to say about Grand Theft Auto 6? It's actually almost here. This beast of a game is hopefully going to be an exciting evolution of the Rockstar formula with an impeccably crafted open world. This time set in GTA's take on Miami, there's different biomes brimming with immersive details. We've yet to see any gameplay at the time of recording, but man, we're all just waiting here with bated breath. So there you have it, 25 PlayStation 5 games still to come out in 2026. Hopefully, there aren't too many delays out of this list. It always happens though. But yeah, let me know the games that you are most excited for the remainder of the year down in the comments below. And while you're there, remember to leave a like and even subscribe to the channel for more PlayStation video content just like this. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. But until next time, I've been Aaron, and this has been Push Square.